Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Rich. This is RR37 and it's the home of our Roma Rebrand career mode here in FIFA 21. We're back with another episode today, episode number 10 I believe, and it is the month of December, as you can see, so it is the last stop before the transfer window opens once again. Next episode is going to be a milestone episode of our club rebuild. We got big decisions to make. As soon as this episode's finished, there is no more deliberation. The next one is going to feature the January transfer window, when we're going to get influx of money from deals that are already done, and we are going to have to decide once and for all which direction this club is going to step into first. I cannot wait for it, but before we get there, we've got this episode today, and there is a lot to get through. We've got games against Genoa today that's going to kick things off. We've got Leicester in the Europa League, which actually means absolutely nothing now, but we will look around Europe as well and see how all the other groups got on. We've got a huge game against Inter Milan, and to finish off the episode we'll have Spezia, and I'll probably leave it directly after that game, and we'll pick it up on the build up to the window in the next episode. So yeah, lots and lots to get through today. We've got the league games, we've got the massive game against Milan, and like I say, we'll have a look around Europe as well. So before we do that, we're going to have a look around the club. The money that I was talking about that's coming in, the deals that are already done. Is everybody on the transfer list? We've got to take care of that needs to be. Just getting things done, housekeeping before the big month basically, and I think we're going to start that off actually by having a look at the deals that we have already got complete, which, if memory serves me, is Fazio who's actually talking to us. I think Perez is going as well, and there's one more. Who was the other one? Pastore, of course. So yeah, Fazio going for 2.6 mil. Perez going to Ajax for 7.5 mil. And Pastore is going to Real Sociedad for 6.1 million. And that is before we even get to the window. Those three players are going to be gone. And yeah, Pastore might be a little bit difficult to replace depending on how Zaniolo comes back. Perez is quite important in the rotation as well. Fazio, really, we're not going to miss him that much. But now over, like I mentioned, to the squad hub and just see who's playing and who's not here. We're just going to skip underneath, of course, all of the loanees. Farelli, he's not played, so is he on the list? If not, he needs to be. No, he is indeed. Mancini here. I remember recording this and thinking, damn, I've missed a trick here. He's not played this season. He's 77 rated at 24 years old. He has got a future here. That's just bad management by me. I've mistaken him for somebody else. Calfori is on the list, of course. Fazio, Pastore, Perez are already going. Zaniolo's injured. Kumbula is going to be going back off loan at the end of the season. Cristant, he's playing a big part at the minute, so we don't want to get rid of him. Here I was thinking, because I'm not going to lie, I recorded this after work last night and I was really tired, and very nearly made a mistake by sending him back off loan, and then I was like, hang on a minute, we're not doing that, not in the first season. As you can look, I very nearly did it. I didn't take it out, I did do that, and very nearly messed up the series there, but thankfully I didn't do that. Perez is going nowhere. Mirant's on the list as well. Spinazzola's now a left back. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Villar is going to be staying. Pellegrini as well. Santon, Diawara. I think everyone who needed to be listed by the looks of it is listed now. Ibanez again on loan, going back. I might like to bring him back in, but then we've got that Turkish player there, Setin. I don't know how you say that. He's coming back, so I don't want to be too hasty doing things in January when you look at that, because yes, we've got a lot of players leaving, 3 in January, another couple at least at the end of the season. But we've also got players coming back. Now, we can reinvest there where you've just saw, or we can reinvest the money, of course, into the youth academy. I'm not 100% sure which way to go yet. For me, the logical thing is the youth academy. But I've not made that decision yet, and I don't know why. It's very unlike me to be undecisive that way. Fazio is saying he'll basically play in any position to get on the pitch there. But now I've discovered that I've really made a mistake and been playing him ahead of Mancini. Yeah, I don't think he'll be getting back into the squad anytime soon. Veritaut's finished his weak foot training now, so I don't know what we can do with him now, so we'll put him back on balanced. He's pretty much the player that I do want him to be now. So is everybody else finished theirs? It might be worth just having a quick check. I know we did this in the last episode, but it prompts me to do it every time someone comes up that they've completed what they need to complete, such as Spinazzola here. He has now done his defensive work rates, which is great news. So we'll go ahead and we'll put him on high now, and then once that's done, we'll complete his weak foot. Jesus has done his weak foot, speaking of that, and he's pretty much where we need him to be now. So I think balanced will do for him. Kumbula's still working. Mancini, hopefully we can get his weak foot done a lot quicker. Now we're going to start putting him into the team. I cannot believe the oversight that I've made there. Smalling up to 80, finished his weak foot as well, so he can now go on balanced as well. We don't need him to do his attacking work rates or skill moves or anything like that. So Perez has finished, but he's going to be going anyway. Santon has timed out as well. Karsdorp's up to a 76, Veritaut's up to 82, Kristan's grown to 79, so we've got a lot of growth here as well. Villar up to 72, Pellegrini up to 80, Zaniolo's improved even though he's injured. And they're all still working. Perez has gone up by 2 despite being a sub for most of the season. We've got Mkhitaryan here who's finished his high work rates now, so he can go to balanced. Jekyll is unfortunately now in decline. What do we do with Jekyll? Just put him back on balanced, I think. Mayoral is of course on loan, but he has gone up by 1 as well. So with the housekeeping done, it's now time to look at our first game of the episode, that being Genoa. And I think for this one, we're going to go full strength. I don't see a real need to swap anything up here. They're playing 4-3-2-1, which is interesting. I don't believe we've come across that this season yet. The only other team I know who uses that on the game is Rangers. I've not seen anybody else using it. So where the space is going to be today is actually in transition. If they play it the same way that Rangers play it, we can catch Pellegrini out of position, Zappacosta out of position. All of those 6, the midfield 3 and the front 3, will be quite high up the pitch. So yeah, the space in this system that they use is in transition, but that doesn't really suit the players that we've got or the way that we play. So it's going to be an interesting game, this one. It could actually be a struggle because keeping the ball at the back, Pellegrini, Diawara and Veritaut trying to keep the ball will also be really difficult. So we could be forced into a game that we don't really want to play here tactically. So yeah, it is going to be a very interesting game to kick off the episode and see how we progress, how we get on here. We might have to change things mid-game if needs be, but we've opened the doors to our beautiful stadium. It's dripping in the sun today as well. It's going to be a good game. It is going to be a good game and a different kind of challenge coming up against a different kind of system, which is always nice. So yeah, let's see how we get on with it. Like I said, we've gone full strength. You've just seen a lot of the players have grown as well across the course of the season. Pedro we touched on last season. He's definitely having a campaign to remember. They're predicting he's not going to be far behind the SERIEA score record, which is interesting since he's right midfield, but the season he's having, you couldn't write him off from doing it. So the game is now underway. We've got it kicked off, and we're just going to probably have to feel this game out, see how it's going to develop for the first 20 minutes or so probably. See if we are able to keep the ball, see where the space is, where the strengths and weaknesses are, because we are typically not a counter-attacking team, and Karsdorp here has got right in behind his man already. He's gone for the shot because there's no pass. Fair play to him, and he's forced to save from the keeper. Spinazzola's got it now. Mickey with a shot, it's blocked. He's still got it though. Can Dzeko go and press and get this back high up the pitch? That could be a way for us today. They've actually booted it clear, and that's actually turned into a really good pass. Shomurodov, I think how you say that, up against Spinazzola there. Oh dear, they've worked this really nice. This is the problem. They're going to have a lot of players forward, a lot of passing options when they've got the ball. We can't select the right man here. This don't feel good. Jesus steals with it. Sharp turn from Diawara. That was needed there. And this now is what I was on about. Look at the space in transition here. And here is the man of the moment. Pedro hits it. It's another big save from their keeper. And can we just recycle that ball now and calm the game back down again? We can indeed. And we keep it with Smalling and Diawara. But you see when Diawara picks it up from Smalling there, he's got pretty much nowhere to go. And that's going to be a problem today. Dzeko's had to come deep to get the ball now. It's back to Diawara again. Pellegrini. No movement from Dzeko. I wanted him to run into that blatantly wide open channel there. He just chose not to do it. We need that second ball. We don't get it. We could be in trouble again here now. They're going to have a constant overload on us when they pick the ball up in transition as well. It could be a game that's on a knife edge, this one. But having said that, we've had two really good chances already. One with Pedro, the other with Karsdorp. So the right wing again is the avenue that's proving fruitful for us in this game, as it has done for much of the season. But here's Mkhitaryan now on the left wing. Can he just put one in maybe? See who's about? He can. Gets it to the back post, but it's headed clear. We are going to not get the second ball actually there. That's disappointing and worrying, because here they come again now. They've decided to slow the game down this time. Went through that first 20-minute period that I was on about, and it's abundantly clear really that we're gonna have to let them have a bit of the ball if we want space, and just drop Mkhitaryan and Pedro in behind the full-backs, or even Spinazzola and Karsdorp. That seems to be the way that we're going to get joy today. Trying to work it through the middle the way that we are doing is not really working at the moment, so let's cut a bit further into the game and see how it develops. The answer to that question is straight into the second half. We did control large parts of that game. We've had a few chances. We had 8 shots, 5 on target in that half to their none. So they are carrying a threat with the players they've got forward, but they're not really creating anything with them overloads at the moment. Here's Mickey now, straight into the second half almost. Well, we got a shot, but it wasn't. It was on goal, but didn't reach. Yeah, kind of don't know how to describe that. But positive is definitely one way of describing it. They again try to use that overload, but can't get anywhere near our goal at the minute. That's quick ball movement though, but Lopez reads it and he's out on it in a flash, which is exactly what we want to see. Jesus to Spinazzola now, back to Mickey, back to Spinazzola again. You can see there that Leicester game up next. You'll expect there'll be a full rotation for that one. It literally means nothing now. Even if we lose, we still win the group. So absolutely no pressure on that game at all. This one, however, there is pressure. Oh, that's beautiful from Pellegrini and Pedro. Of course it's Pedro. We finally work our way in. It's nice play actually. Little give and go between the two of them. And Pedro makes absolutely no mistake. Of course he doesn't. He just eats what he does, right? runs in here, gives it to Pellegrini, carries his run on, doesn't admire the pass, runs into the space, gets an equally as good ball back from Pellegrini. You know what, it's a tight angle that comes just off the outside of the boot, bends it into the far post, and relief from myself, relief from the manager, probably the relief from the fans as well, because Genoa have done alright in this game, you know. They really have. That's his 11th for the season from right midfield. There's a bit of a man crush developing here, I think, on our virtual Pedro. He is delivering us results. Again, I have mentioned this once before. I don't know where we would be without him this season. It's games like this where we're struggling to get an opening, create something. He's just got that extra something that nobody else seems to have. Oh dear, this don't look good. Well done, Smalling. Yeah, he can, whether he's scoring, he assists every now and again, he just pops up in these really tight games. And we might be able, with Pellegrini here, to Dzeko, we can make it 2, and now we can start enjoying the game a little bit more. Pellegrini with his second assist in about 5 or 10 minutes. He's come up with the goods today, and Dzeko and Pedro, the ones more than obliging the finishing touch there. There you go, just simple as you like. Keeper's got no chance really. He has no idea which way Dzeko's going to go here. It is close to him, but by the time he's made up his mind, it's already in the back of the net. And Dzeko wraps this one up for us nicely. Thank you very much, Pellegrini. That's 8 for Dzeko now. He's starting to catch Pedro actually, but he should be in front of him, being our forward. We again are going to look to the subs bench now. Can we do anything? It again looks like we can't bring on Zaniolo, which is really annoying. The fact that he's allowed on the bench but not on the pitch. So we're going to bring Villar on instead. Pellegrini has done his damage today. We need to get these players some minutes with the Europa League coming next. Actually, Villar could play that, and Mancini as well. But do you know what? We're 2-0 up. We are actually coasting a little bit. It's not been as much of a challenge as I thought it would be. So yeah, I think we are going to leave Villar in, and we're going to leave Mancini in as well. And yeah, especially Mancini, he really needs the morale and the sharpness, as you can see, and it will help him with his development plan as well. Villar's got one going, of course, as the box-to-box man. So yeah, both of these, I think that's what we are going to do, just to see out the rest of this game now. It doesn't mean that they can't play in the next game. And yeah, that's what we're going to do, just to see out the last few minutes of this game. And we have remained in complete control for the 20 minutes that have passed. This is one very rare sight of these coming forward, Genoa coming forward in this half. We've got a potential break on here now. It's a great ball over that for Mkhitaryan, and he's finished it. Mickey's finished it as well. Again, both wingers on the score sheet today. Pedro in the first half. Mickey in Pedro early in the second half, sorry. Mickey this time. Dzeko in between. It can't have been Pellegrini that played the ball this time. It might even have been Dzeko himself. I think it actually was, you know. Assured finish there by Mickey. He had the whole other side of the goal to go for, but he's just passed it into the back of the net once again. Keeper absolutely no chance. It is 3-0. This game is done and dusted. Another good display, another controlling display, dominant display. Goals on the board, nothing as yet to come the other way. We're just in a really good moment at the minute, and we have to enjoy these moments because, like I said, January is rapidly approaching. It is right around the corner. We're going to be 2 weeks out from there by the end of this episode, and there's not a game, I don't think, in them 2 weeks either. So yeah, it's going to be decision time. It's going to be a big decision as well. It's going to shape the future of the club, but again, that's for other times. We still have a job to do here. We still want that clean sheet. Spinazzola has done really well there. Pops it off to Villar, just pops it back in, and there you go. We're just going to see out the time now by the looks of it, and that is fine by me. Villar picks it up here. There might be a little opportunity for a fourth here. Dzeko plays it back. I think we're just settling for the 3 by the looks of it. We are indeed. And that is job done at home again. Great day out for the boys. Great performance once again. Genoa really, for the threat that they could have carried, it never really materialised. They did get overloads quite a few times, but they just did nothing with them. Nothing at all. So we'll take it. It's another clean sheet. It's another 3 goals. Yeah, it's another good display. Alright, so we're in the press conference. You already know what the first question was. The second one is, why do we think Genoa weren't able to match us today? Well, we literally just dominated the game in the end. We found where the space was. We exploited it. We scored the goals. So, yeah, I'm really happy with what we managed to achieve. And it's a pretty impressive 3-goal win. Would you say you felt in control of the game? Yes, definitely. We deserved our goals today. 15 shots on goal in that game, 10 on target. Only the 3 on the scoreboard, but that's fine. Again, nothing coming back our way, so we can't moan. It's another completely dominant display. And up next, we have got the Europa League against Leicester. This game literally means nothing, so we're going to jump straight into the highlights of it. Leicester lined up exactly like they did at their place. We've gone with a 4-2-3-1 once again today. Exactly the same lineup as we used in the last game against SERIA, wasn't it? Only Fazio's not playing today. Mancini takes his place at CDM. Other than that, like I say, it's an unchanged lineup. We didn't need anything out of the game today. But as you can see, we pick up another 2-0 win. So it's another clean sheet. It's another win in Europe. And job done. And that brings us to the Inter game. But before we play that game, there's a couple of things that have happened. Lopez is happy with the amount of game time he's getting now, which is great. Obviously, we've said we're proud of him because he's playing really well. We're not conceding many goals. Excuse me. Also, we've got Mancini saying he's been playing pretty well lately. He's not done bad. He's still getting up to match fitness, so we're going to be honest here, in a way. There's bigger games, even though there probably isn't, but he's not going to be featuring against Inter. He's not sharp enough or fit enough yet. And we've collected a nice $5.5 million for going through to the knockouts in Europe. And as promised, we're going to take a look around Europe now before this Inter game and see who's been doing what. We know what our group's like. Queen through, Leicester's through. SCRA made a fist of it in the end, but it was just too little too late for them, really. Leicester's only losses come to us, so that was pretty expected. I thought that this would be the way the group looked, except Leicester being on top. So Group K, you got Sporting and Hoffenheim going through there. No real surprises with who the other 2 clubs are. Leverkusen are still in, which again, not really a surprise. Sivasspor go through over Osasuna. Is that a shock? I don't really know. Freiburg and Denizlispor, something like that, through in Group I. H is Moscow and Villarreal. G is Rosenborg and Feyenoord. Not really a surprise there either. Feyenoord having a really strong group phase, actually. Arsenal and Braga go through there. Nice out in bottom. That one's a bit of a surprise in Group F. I thought they might have gone through with Arsenal, actually. But no, it wasn't to be. Arsenal go through conceding just 1 goal in the entire group phase, so fair play to those. Antwerp just finishing 3rd there. In Group E, you got Napoli through, no real surprises there, and Heracles go through. Lille and Sociedad through in Group D. Group C is FC Sion and Norrköping, we'll call them IFK. They go through in Group C. Group B sees Genoa and Zwolle go through. Again, there's not really been many surprises in the group phase this season by the looks of it. And Group A is Bordeaux and Sparta Praha going through. Again, you look at the other 2 teams, I'm surprised that group was quite so close, actually. So yeah, no real surprises in who's going through to the knockouts throughout the entire tournament, really. The only one that genuinely caught me by surprise was Nice going out. But with Europe took care of for a bit now, it is time to refocus our mind domestically. And it is first versus second. Both teams unbeaten. Almost identical records going forward. Defensively, we're a bit better than them. That could just be... Well, no, it wouldn't be actually. That's a bit harsh on ourselves. We're nearly halfway through the season now, so everyone's almost played everyone. So yeah, defensively we're a bit better than them. We're evenly matched going forward. Like I said, almost identical records. It's going to be some game, this one. And we finally get to have an away day at the San Siro as well. Before we get there though, it is another shirt and tie day today as we face the other Milan. And after a fantastic start to the campaign, can we challenge for the title? I would again love to sit here and say we are in a genuine title race with Inter Milan this season. But until January's been and gone, we just cannot count our chickens, and that is the answer that we're going to give for that. Everyone at Roma looked comfortable in the last win. Do we think Inter will be worried about that? No. Is the straight up honest answer. Why would they? They're absolutely flying themselves as well. We will be in the mood. The lads are in good shape, but do you know what? All we can do is just prepare properly. That is a mouthful, and see where that takes us. Don't get this twisted, guys. This is gonna be a rock solid game. I think they're by far and away the best side that we will have faced, including Juve in terms of FIFA as well. So we know what this team's capable of. We'll just continue to play our football. I didn't even see what the question was, but that is the press conference took care of, and it is now time to head to the San Siro. And when we get there, this is what we're going to be up against. Lautaro Martinez, for you guys, I don't know if you've caught it when things have been flashing up. He's the league's top scorer, and next to him you've got Lukaku. 9 goals in there behind them. He's the 3rd top scorer in the league. And just across from him, Eriksen is the top. He's top of the assist leaderboard as well. So yeah, we're gonna be in for a right game today. Brozovic, good player. Kolarov, Ginter, Gimenez. I'm a real fan of Hakimi out there on the wing as well. And in their goals, they've got Handanovic. So this is going to be a very, very tough test. And to cap off everything and top it all off and just make it that little bit harder, they're playing that 3-1-4-2 that we seem to struggle so bad against as well. So I was debating today, do we change system for this game? And if we do, what would we go to? But to be honest, I think it could be a mistake trying to do something different in such a big game when what we've been doing all season has been working. So I've decided to go full strength for this one. Just see what happens. And once again, like I've mentioned either in one of the games before this episode or one in the last one, if we've got to change it on the fly and change it mid-game, then that's what we do. But yeah, this is going to be one hell of a game, guys. And here we go. There it is in all its glory. Unfortunately, it's raining today, but it's not going to put a dampener on it. It's a big game. It's one of my favourite clubs. It's one of my favourite, if not my actual favourite stadium. I cannot wait for this one to get going. There's Lukaku, Martinez, Handanovic there, ready for the kick-off now. Here we go. They've got it underway, and let's see what we're going to be up against. Brozovic has the ball now, coming forward straight away, just skips past Dzeko like he's not even there. Rafa's absolutely burnt. Who's that there? Karsdorp? Veritout? Yeah, it was Veritout. And they are moving this ball quickly. Here's Lukaku. Do not let him get on that left foot. Jesus steps out. Rafa's going to pick that up. And it is a really quick start from Inter. High tempo, quick ball movement. Martinez there is on to create history. He's on for a 40-goal season. That's incredible. If he can do that in Serie A, wow. And yeah, here we go. We're gonna try and have a little bout of possession now. Try and just slow this tempo down. There was a game that we had to do this in before, but you can see already Inter are coming to press the ball in certain areas, triggering certain players. There you go. Hakimi coming out to Spinazzola there. Lukaku's pressing. Martinez, if I can get my words out, pressing as well. We're not going to have it all our own way like we did against AC Milan today, that is for sure. We can't get the ball past the midfield line at the minute, and this is this system coming into play once again. We always struggle against this, and when you add the fact that we struggle against it to the quality of player that Inter have got compared to what we faced so far domestically this season, it's got all the makings of a really tough game, and in the end we end up giving it away. We've not even got anywhere near their box yet. He's Rafa again up against Karsdorp. He's got 9 goaling inside him. That's a decent ball, and this Rafa guy is really quick. I'm not sure who he is. I would say we'll have a look at him, but we don't have that open at our club yet. We can't do things like that. Oh, that's an important touch from Smalling, but could still be trouble here. Thankfully Jesus comes and covers, and thankfully those two work really well together at the back. Veritaut's picked that up now. Dzeko drops it off first time. He's making the run as well. Pellegrini's found him. Come on, Dzeko, this is big. This is really big. He's missed. How has he missed flat from there? They've gone in almost every time from that angle, but this time no, it's gone the wrong side of the post, and that could prove to be a really pivotal moment in this game. That is a huge chance. That would have settled us right down. 20 minutes into the game, we could have gone on and built in this game from there. At least we're not losing at the moment. That's a good thing, and we have found a way in. But I get the feeling that this is going to be a game where there's not going to be many chances, because we've struggled to get anywhere near their box in the opening half an hour, except for that one chance, and that was on transition. That was winning the ball back. Oh dear, he's Hakimi. He's played it off to Lukaku. Rafa now. Oh, it's off the post, but there's Martinez. Add another one to the tally for Martinez. We had our chance down the other end, we missed. They had theirs, and with a slice of fortune, you got to say, as it hits the post and comes back out, they put theirs away, and just like that we find ourselves 1-0 down. It's so unlucky. It's come off the inside of the post. It's bounced straight to Martinez. He reacts quicker than everyone else, to be fair. Lopez can't get back down. Conte happy, we not, and things now have just got really, really difficult. 14 goals for him this season. Incredible when you consider that Dzeko's got, what, 8 or something like that. Yeah, where we go from here now. This is going to be it was going to be a tough game anyway, but it's going to be even more tough now. We've got it inside with Pellegrini, with Diawara. The interesting thing is, will Inter carry on as they have, or will they drop in now? I can't see it at home with the confidence that they're playing with as well. Here's Dzeko again. God, that chance looks so much bigger than it was now. Veritaut back to Diawara. A little bit of movement from Pellegrini. But Dzeko picks it up. But to be fair, there was no avenue to give Pellegrini the return there, even though he ran past Dzeko, who has it again now. But again, oh, he has found Pellegrini this time. Pellegrini worked half a yard there, but couldn't get the shot away, or he thought he couldn't anyway. Karsdorp now back to Veritaut. Dzeko loses it this time, and Inter just bring it away once more. Hakimi into Lukaku. That ball over the top's on once again. This time I think Lukaku's just overhit it a little bit. But there's big questions here, guys. We're being tested like we've not been tested at all this season in any competition. to go behind against a team like this, and we're not really finding any answers on how we get back into this one at the moment. It's not panic stations yet, there's a lot of the game left, but Inter look right at it. We do as well. We're just struggling to find anything. We might be able to change that with Spinazzola here. First time ball to Dzeko, and he's put it in this time. We needed that. It was a great ball in from Mkhitaryan to Spinazzola. He got behind Hakimi. By the time Hakimi's turned around, Spinazzola's gone. He's wasted no time putting the ball across the box there for Dzeko, who thankfully this time has put it in the back of the net, and we're back in this one. There you go. I think it was the first time ball in. And it was an awkward looking finish from Dzeko, to be fair. We're not going to really see it there with Pellegrini. But it spun, bounced off the surface. This time it's us jumping for joy. Conte's going to have to have a little bad taste in his mouth this time. And that's Dzeko's 9th of the season. And that one is a huge one. Absolutely huge one. Can we go in to half-time level now, is the question. And well, the answer to that question would be an emphatic yes. We're at the hour mark now. The game in this half is tighter than it was in the first. There's been no chances so far at all, and we're just over an hour in now. Whether that's going to change or not, I have absolutely no idea. Is Mkhitaryan now trying to change that at least? Dzeko shows a bit of good strength there. He's been pretty poor overall today though, Dzeko, not going to lie. He has got the goal, which was a big moment of course, but other than that, a lot of the times the ball's bounced off him. His passes haven't found the target. He shot in the first half, one-on-one with a keeper, went flashing wide. He's just not really had a good game. Pedro has just had the ball. He's been quiet as well, where normally you can depend on him in games like this. Oh dear, that's a bad slip there. No, Diawara can't pick it up either. This is not good. Oh, this is really not good. Here's that Rafa again. Karsdorp's done well against him, to be fair, because he's been burnt for pace every time. He's 9 goaling now. We know we can't let him shoot. He's one of the league's top scorers as well. Here is Pedro now. Maybe he can change his fortunes a bit, or Dzeko for that matter. Can he get... He doesn't even attempt to get Pellegrini in there. That's disappointing from Dzeko once again. Here is Pellegrini now. There's not really any movement in front of him. We did see Spinazzola go again there, but he was offside, so we couldn't use him. Can Dzeko... Oh my life. Losing patience with him in this game, not gonna lie. That was absolutely terrible, useless, waste, whatever you want to call it. It just wasn't good. It's not good enough. Not in games like this. Chances are at a premium at both ends. Can we get Pedro in now? He's overhit that one. He's got to come off, guys. He's got to come off. He's really doing my nut in. Mayoral's going to come on. We could use Zaniolo, but I'm not going to. He's not fit or sharp enough for a game like this. I was going to take Pedro off and leave Mkhitaryan on, but Pedro in these games, he just needs one moment. That is literally all he needs, so we're going to leave him on. And we've got just under 10 minutes left. These subs are still not on yet. You don't want to be just kicking the ball out of play though when you need a moment to happen. Dzeko there just not strong enough again to get past Jimenez, and Milan come forward with it now. Great ball again to Rafa, who's thankfully starting to run out of stamina. Again, oh dear, that was bad from Karsdorp this time. Maybe we should have just let it go out of play there. I've got a bad feeling about this now. Diawara can't quite get to his man. We can't dive in there. That's well done from Jesus. Pedro's done really well there actually, and can please this time Dzeko use the ball. Mkhitaryan doesn't carry his run forward. There's just a minute and a half to go. These subs are going to be a waste of time now. Here they come anyway, but they're not going to have any time at all to do anything. Inter have bought Vidal on as well for Ericsson, so that's something. Oh dear, here's Hakimi again. He's had a really good game today. He's probably been one of Inter's more creative players. As you can see, the ball that he tried there was quite insane and it nearly came off. Is that offside? Or is that game? I think that's game, but there was still a minute of injury time to go. In any event, it's a 1-1 draw at the San Siro. Not the worst result for us, really. It probably suits us more than Inter, I would say, at this point. So, yeah, it's not a bad result for either side, though. It was a really, really tough game. It was more of what I was expecting against Milan as well. So, yeah, not disappointed with the result. Not disappointed with the performance. We've gone toe-to-toe with a team on paper I think are way stronger than us. So, yeah, I'll take it. That's really all I can say about that one. As we just have a look here at that Dzeko chance once again. Cannot believe he missed that. He's had a really poor game today. Behind us now, Spezia up next. It's going to be highlights of this game which are going to end out the episode. Next, obviously, like I said, we've got January, really, really big month for the club. It's going to be history making one way or the other. So yeah, we're going to go, we're going to rotate a bit. It's not a full rotation. We've got Smalling still in there, but he's on the left now. We've got Mancini coming in, but Karsdorp and Spinazzola are still going to play. Diawara is probably man of the match against Inter, so he keeps his spot. It's a good enough game to bring in Zaniolo to get himself some fitness, some sharpness. Villar's going to come in today for the same reason. We're going to put Perez out on the right. We're going to give Pedro a rest because he was really quiet against Inter, so maybe that's what he needs. So Mickey keeps his place in that instance. And Dzeko had a really poor game, so we're going to drop him as well. And Mayoral's going to come in his place. I'm going to leave you with the highlights and the press conference that follows the game. And that's going to do it from me, guys. So until the next one, a really, really big one. Enjoy the rest of the episode. If you have enjoyed it and you're enjoying the series so far, please show me with a like and a subscribe. But until next time, guys, enjoy yourself, stay safe out there. I've been Rich, this has been RR37, goodbye.